Hello YouTube, how y'all doing today? It's Holybongstem back for another battle I did on Kanto Plains versus Signor Nero, Signor Nero. I'm just gonna call him Nero from now because I can't pronounce that. But anyway, put this in slow motion so I can go over the builds here. I brought Imperial Guard, rank 9, 150 range, Royal Marines, 150 range, and a Black Bear 150 range, followed up by a White Bear with rank 5, some reload and accuracy, and Kyoto Police for some defense, a Black Bear, 1 chevron, I think that's in reload, or no, it's in suppression. And then I brought my gun gen with a few points in melee. And for my cav, I have a rank 5 Yari key, mainly in attack and defense. Rank 4 Yari key, rank 4 Yari key, rank 4 Yari key. Pretty much, the same. One in morale, the rest in attack. One in defense, rest in attack. Defense and attack. And Imperial Guard cav for some skirmish capabilities. My opponent brought a White Tiger Force with 150 range, a Red Bear Infantry with 150 range, a Black Bear with 150 range, Sharpshooters 175 range, and Red Bears, and Black Tortoise, and another Red Bear. So I think that's 3 Red Bears, no chevron. I've brought quite a substantial cav force, although not highly upgraded. Yari Cav rank 1, looks like it's in melee, or no, morale. And Yari Cav rank 2, looks like it's in morale and attack. Saber Cav, not vetted. Yari Key, same as before, and then a vanilla Yari Key with a command gen. And I used a silver 10 star, and this was a really close battle, so I wanted to bring it to you guys. And this was really interesting the way it played out. It came out to the last few units, and me pulling away at the very end. He was a very nice, friendly player. We chatted a little bit before this, good luck, have fun, and all that nonsense. But alright, let's get into this action here. I make a push for the morale dojo because I know it's going to be key in holding my units, and just very key in, key with my Yari key on the field. And just over here, I start to bring up my Imperial Guard cavalry just to get some flanking shots on. And he starts to move over his Red Bear, and I see this, start to push away. And you can see he starts to pull up his cavalry here. And so I decided to pull back. And with that Red Bear there, I didn't want to get caught in a new engagement and have them support fire in which case I'd lose. And I knew I had cav advantage, but not if he had a line infantry coming back at him. And one of the main, advantages of having the army build that I do is I got, a nice, powerful line infantry, and a good cav force to flank around with. And it kind of bases the fact on I'm gonna, at least somewhat win the infantry fight, and if not, I have, my cav to back up and smash them into the lines and get them to rout, because a few rear charges with my high-vetted cav will get these line infantry that are unvetted, or even the vetted ones, really, to have, I think it's like a -5 morale shock for being attacked from behind, plus the charge bonus. It gets them out really quickly. Anyway, one of the benefits of using his kind of army build is, the amount of 150s he has, the amount of line infantry he has. It's just all good, and can really help you win battles with, extra line units left over after the infantry fight's done, because he's going to have more guns firing than I. But I don't know, I don't really agree with the White Tiger Force at 150. Yes, it's another cheap 150, but a couple shots from any of my 150s, and that that unit's gonna rout really quickly. With the 175 range sharpshooters are definitely effective. They're almost at Tosa stats there, but I imagine they're not too cheap either. And you can see that it's lagging in the cav force that he brought, even though he did bring a lot. Anyway, at this point, I start pushing up and trying to get some shots on these red bears. And then you can hear right there that he drops a naval bombardment right back here. And I was searching around, couldn't see it. You can see that
general is under attack.
I couldn't really see it in time, and then I finally do start to bring it back. And turn the sound down real quick. Hold on a second. And there we go. Anyway, yep, I start to pull my guys back, and I pretty much missed this entire naval bombardment. And I used to use naval bombardments a lot in my other avatar, and found that you know, they're effective for pushing people away. But I mean, once you get the gist of them, they're pretty easy to miss, especially if he doesn't have it on area. And it looks like he only has it on focus fire, and it's all gonna land right here. Missed my guys completely. So I only have one more of those to worry about. And here you can see I brought my cav all the way over to the side, and you can see it's heavily positioned on this side, but there's this nice ridge in the way. Let me zoom up on it here that kind of prevents any good shots going off. So I'm just gonna set 2 units right here, and just to hold them off right there. And my plan was to push it on this side where I felt that he was weakest, but I didn't want to lose a lot of troops to the process. So you see me start to move up my Kyoto police to take the shots while I'm moving with my Royal Marines, my Imperial Guard infantry, and my Black Bears. I believe I could overwhelm this force, you know, without taking too many casualties. As long as my micro was, you know, better than his. But you can see what happens here. I start to move up, and I made the mistake of clicking attack orders instead of just bringing my lines forward. And, you know, that's where I made my mistake. But he does some awesome micro, just pulling back, setting up his sharpshooters to get some good shots off of this hill that he can shoot over his guys with. Here I just keep feinting with my Yari cab, trying to get him to isolate this unit out here. And you can see here I peel off my white bears because I notice he's not even moving over here. And I just start turning him to face over here on my red bears. And then here he drops another naval bombardment on my general. And it took me a while to find it, but I figured, you know, it's just my general. Just pull him back real quick. He's on a horse, so I mean, it's not really going to do much. It's kind of a waste in my opinion. He probably could have used that better. But here he's moving up his red bears to get some shots off my Imperial Guard cav. And this is where I see, you know, this unit's totally isolated here. I pull back my cav, and I try to get some shots here with my Imperial Guard infantry. You can see that they're firing, they're reloading, but I guess, you know, 80 reload skill is not going to cut it here. They don't get a shot off, and I pull them out before I lose too much to that unit, losing about 17 on that first volley. Here I'm still trying to reposition my white bears to get some good shots, and he's pulling back his red bears, and that was, you know, a nice engagement for him. So I just pull my Imperial Guard cavalry all the way out of there. I mean, that's too expensive to be skirmishing with a red bear. I'd rather use it in combat with these with his cav force. That's just going to help me win it more, and then have more cav left over to help me rout some of these units. At this point, I start to bring up, you know, my 150s to get a couple good shots off on these white tigers before they can even get a shot back. You see, that's one of the disadvantages about bringing that unit. But here, I bring in my Kyoto police to soak up some of these shots here, and I start to push on this side. Just zoom back out so y'all can see the battle here. And you can see I'm pushing heavily on this side. And I'm losing my Kyoto police here. And they were just used as pretty much an expensive meat shield. And you can see I'm setting up my black bears over here to get some shots off. I'm trying to move my Imperial Guard infantry up, get rid of those white tigers. I'm trying to move up and take out these sharpshooters because they're a real pain. And I think it's about this time or somewhere close to here that I start moving in on my, what would be my right flank. Once I see that I'm gonna lock down this left flank over here. and I get those white tigers around pretty easily, but I'm taking some massive losses on my Imperial Guard infantry. You can see I already am down to like 57 out of 150. And my black bears are doing a good job on these red bears. You know, taking them about to 2/3 strength now, and drop in suppressive fire, which almost getting them to rout there. And then he's starting to move up his red bears, 150s, and starts committing a lot of troops over here to the right. This is when I start flirting with that idea, moving up my cav. Put my general back here, see if he can get some shots off, or at least give some morale support to my men. And I think I lose my Imperial Guard infantry right here. And this is where I start to commit the attack. And notice all of his micro attention is focused on this side. So if I can get a good charge off on all these cavalry, then it's definitely gonna just be murked. So he sends his cav into my white bears. You know, good solid plan there. I send my Yariki over here hitting these black bear 150s. I move in my Imperial Guard cavalry to get some shots off on these Yariki while they attack my lines. And over here I hit his lines and hit his cavalry. And I'm dragging through my Yariki. And here is where I lose my Royal Marines, and I think I'm about to lose my Black Bears as well. These damn sharpshooters are putting in work on me. I think I lose my Imperial Guard cav as well, but I'm definitely winning this cav fight. And things right now are looking pretty grim for me. Except this cav fight I did pretty well on, and then these Black Bear 150s. And I almost get these 2 units to rout, but my cavalry routes before I can do anything effectively. Over here, I try to get some shots off on his general. I definitely won this cav battle with, you know, good 3 units left. Only, you know, losing about 16 men. You know, half strength, a little under half strength, and I definitely lose my Imperial Guard cav. And this is where I start to pull back my 150 Black Bears, because I know they would be essential in the battle later. I just even going for my gen. And I was trying to bring back my Black Bears to catch him so I could turn around, shoot him, and charge with my general, but he snuck by there too quickly. So I was trying to bring in my cav over here. And so I decided to turn my general around and try to attack him. And I promptly lose my general right there. He's about half strength already because of the fire engagement that was over here. And this is where I send in my Yariki, my lower strength Yariki, turn just red bears, trying to get him to rout. And then I try to bring my Yariki up and around over here. You see he's got a nice formation there with his sharpshooters. Sorry, I left my steam on here. And there I defeat his Yariki with mine. And I'm bringing him around to flank over here. I'm trying to move my Black Bears 150s and get some good shots off on this red bear. And I'm moving up my white bears to get some shots off on those units that are turned around. Here I'm trying to get the good flank and trying to move up. At this point, I know I need to use my cav effectively, because if I don't, then he's definitely going to win this battle, because that's pretty much the advantage I have on him now. There I take out his sharpshooters, have been causing me all those problems, you know, 200 kills, that's, you know, pretty decent. Here I get some good shots off. He's not really in a good battle formation there, but it is 2 units against mine, and I'm still trying to bring up my Black Bear infantry. But as long as I don't have these units shooting at my cav, I think I can be able to rout these red bear and black tortoise, you know, with their low morale. And here I go for the gen, since it's command gen. I know it's giving a lot of morale to his troops. If I could get him to rout, then I could probably get the rest of these units to rout. And here I need some, you know, pretty damn good micro to get, and to pull this victory out, because I only have 2 units left to his 4. And here he brings up his red bears to get some shots off. And I believe my black bears get the first shot, because I have to move over this hill. And then I try to hit in the back lines this black bear. This is when I started getting scared, because my Yariki started to just waver. And then I got into combat, and I was like, sweet, you know, drop them down to the red, and I should be able to rout these guys. You know, getting shot from the front, getting hit from the back, but and there they do rout, and I continue chasing them, try to get them to just shatter completely, because I know that if they came back, that'd be it, turning the tide on, from my side to his. And here, I try to get out before they get shot too much. They're only about 14, 12 now, and this is where I go in for an attack. I lose them, but my black bears are starting to get some shots off. His units are turned to the side, so they can't really get any good shots off. I drop a suppressive fire, and this is the last little awesome gunfight we have here. It's me with my one unit against its two, but it is my black bears rank 9, 90 reload and 40 accuracy. Just that's because of the suppressive fire. And I get these units to rout really quickly there. That won me the battle. Well, that's all I have for y'all today. Good game to my opponent, and he played really well. This was a really, really close battle, like I said. I'll show you guys the statistics before I get out of here. Like I said, we both made mistakes. I could have microed my line units better. He could have, microed his cab a little bit better, but I ended up pulling that one out. You can see my Yariki got the most kills, 195, followed by my Royal Marines, my Black Bear, my Imperial Guard Infantry. I ranked up infantry definitely, ranks in the kills. When we see my White Bears even getting over 100 kills there. You see his sharpshooters definitely, did the most for him in that battle, along with his Black Bears. Red Bear Infantry not vetted, 126 kills, that's pretty good. Rank 9 Red Bears, 109 or just 92 kills. That's really good. But that's it for today. This is Holybongstem signing out. Y'all take a bong hit from me, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, YouTube.